Today, I'm going to be taking you through a 10-minute full body stretch. This is going to be a routine that you can do every day on a rest day or even after an intense workout. There are many reasons why you should be stretching. For starters, stretching is important because it improves your flexibility, reduces muscle tension, and for the most part, improves your physical performance in the gym. By incorporating this routine every day, you will be able to increase your blood flow to your muscle, which can speed up your recovery and reduce the risk of injury. This is going to be a static stretch focus, which means I would recommend you do this after your workout or first thing in the morning when you wake up or on your rest day. With that being said, this is going to be a follow along routine that you can do alongside with me. So if you're ready to get started, all we need is a little bit of space and yourself, and let's get it. The first movement we're going to get into is arm circles. We're going to do this for 15 seconds clockwise and 15 seconds counterclockwise. And we're just going to quickly switch side. The next stretch we're going to do is alternating wrist stretch, which is going to alternate bending our wrist by doing some wrist extensions. The next stretch we're going to do is back to shoulder stretch. All we got to do is pull our arm across from our body to get it back and shoulder stretch. And we're going to do each arm for 30 seconds. And we're just going to switch to the other arm. The next stretch we're going to do is overhead shoulder stretch. For this one, you want to clasp your hands together, then lift your arm up while keeping them fully extended. The next stretch we're going to do is called the prayer squat. In a squat position, we're just going to keep our elbow inside our knees, using them to gently open up our hips. The next stretch we're going to do is the quad stretch. We're going to stretch each legs for 30 seconds. Feel free to hold on to something if you find it hard to balance. We're just gonna go ahead and stretch the other side. The next stretch we're gonna do is the hip flexor stretch. You wanna get into a deep lunge and you wanna extend your arm up with a slight lean backwards to feel the stretch on your hip flexor. The next stretch we're gonna do is what I call the runner stretch, and this is a really great stretch for your hamstring. The next stretch we're gonna do is what I call the lizard pose. We're basically gonna get into a lunge, but pressing our hands forward to the ground. The next stretch we're gonna do is what I call the pigeon pose. So you wanna just cross your leg in front of your body and try to keep your back leg straight if you can. Now we're gonna go ahead and switch over to the other leg. We're gonna stretch our hip flexor by going into a deep lunge, extending our arms with a slight lean backwards. The next stretch we're gonna do is the runner stretch. Really great stretch for your hamstring. The next stretch we're gonna do is the lizard pose. Make sure you inhale and exhale as you go deeper into the stretch. The next stretch we're gonna do is the pigeon pose. Again, make sure you inhale and exhale as you go deeper into the stretch. And the last stretch we're gonna do is what I call walk the dog. You wanna get down into a downward facing dog, then you wanna go ahead and walk the dog by alternating pressing your heel to the ground as you move your knees. So that completes this full body stretch routine. If you were able to get a great stretch, I would appreciate it if you smash the like button and leave a comment to what you want me to post next. With that being said, I really appreciate the support so far, and I'll see you in the next video. I'm out.